Mr. Young, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Now, we had more than 10 titles open up for release during the 5-day Labor Day holiday. Do you think, is the market there to digest this many new films?
My own theory is actually digestion is a good analogy for food market. But unlike food, I think if we have lots of good movies playing at the same time in the same market, they actually help to sell each other. They help to attract more audience to the cinema. So they help the digestion in general. However, if you don't get good reviews from the players in general, and I would assume all those movies, they block each other. They lead to indigestion. So from what I've seen in the past few days, it is for sure a very competitive, very busy marketplace, very busy playground. What we've heard from the audience are quite mixed. And I think there are still rooms to improve for audience satisfaction. And I think, in general rule is if the movie have legs, if the movie is good, it will have, we call it, longer legs and will play out. Yeah.
Just a couple of weeks ago, we had consumers complaining about re-releases, a lot of titles that are probably getting a bit tired being brought back into cinemas just to compensate for the lack of new releases. But why is this May Day holiday so important for movie makers as a target they have to hit?
Re-releasing classic titles are not taking the portion, the market share of the newer release. And I think re-releasing, they're a good reason, not just for culturally, but financially they're also very viable because first of all, you don't need a big marketing budget for releasing it because there's already a familiarity in there. And also the quality guaranteed, that's why they're called classics. And third, I think it helps the industry in general, it helps the cinema. And those classic ones, they're not just playing the old version. Most of them we call the remastered version, digitally remastered version, or they have something, a bonus or extra to add to it.
Like a director's cut.
Like the director's cut, yeah. So it's, I think it's a bonus thing. It's not taking the existing share of the market.
And this year, turning to the films that have been released, this year a lot of the films have not been such sort of action-packed blockbusters. We've seen a few more sort of family movies, romantic comedies, those sorts of things. Does this indicate a shift in consumer taste, or is that just what's available at the moment?
I like answering all the questions about the consumer taste. I think the reason why I see so many we call the medium budget movie or smaller movie, first of all, we don't have enough foreign big blockbuster or tentpole movies around anymore because in general, I mean, a major studio, they are still restoring. Some movies are waiting for things can get better in general. And also domestically, I think that the financiers tend to be more conservative, more careful when investing in big budget movies. So now they are all trying to make smaller movies and try to spot a black horse out of it. From what we've seen, the successful ones are the ones who people found relatable, first of all. And also, some of them can probably provide an escape because we know people are looking for escape, especially under the current circumstances, to overset their anxieties, in daily lives.
Do you think the worst is over for cinema operators?
People's attention, I'm not saying the market share, but people's attention being distracted by all kinds of entertainment channels. We have games, we have short videos, and we have a very accessible and inexpensive streaming website, right? Which is very easy to use. So these are already the existing challenges. And then the pandemic add on, they make things much harder. And then now, I think in general, cinema owners overall, if they're not dead, they are all restoring at the moment and they're not back on their track yet. And if they need to kind of re-emerge out of this, a worldwide, even the pandemic or just the overall bleak circumstances, I think they need to work much harder. And even when you talk about re-releasing or to curating the old classics, could be a good way, for a better audience engagement.
Mr. Young, thank you so much for joining us. Great
Thank you,
insight.
my pleasure.